Morning. It's December 11, 2021. Right around like 6:30 a.m. Here in Orlando, Florida. This is the morning where we are heading out to Animal Kingdom. I think everybody's still asleep here, but people need to start getting up. I'm about to turn the light on, guys. Excuse me. Morning, Zayden. Morning, Zane. You guys ready to get up for the day? Today's gonna be a good day, right? And by the way, I am feeling better today. And I got stuffed up and cold a little bit, but I'm glad I'm doing well this morning. Looking forward to the day. Alrighty. Mama Amber is still sleeping. I'll see if I can get her too. There we go. Morning. So we can get in line sooner, but anyways. This is my video for now. Continue later. Bye. Oh, I forgot my sweatshirt. All right, we finally made it out of the hotel.
Time to race.
On our way.
Right outside the Embassy Suite. There goes the boys already. And I almost forgot my sweatshirt, which I'm not surprised.
Actually, I walked away too, and a lady came by and said, "Oh, sweatshirt." I was like, "Oh, thank you."
I was telling myself I was not going to forget it, and then I did. So, it's called old age. Stopped up already again this morning. Trying to drink some hot tea all day, clear my head. All right. Oh, I got a car behind me watching me, looking stupid.
No, you're not.
Anyways. All right. Where did you guys park?
Down this line.
This guy's not sure that he needs to go through those gates or what. All right, we're still walking towards our car.
We'll see you in a little.
Looks like you guys had to park quite a bit away from.
Just a little bit down.
Still going. Yeah, those two knuckleheads. I guess we gotta burn all the sugar. Let's get going. There's a car coming. Remember I said there's a car coming behind you? All right. Finally, we made it to where the rental car is.
Idiotic cheater.
Zayden, can you hold my thingy for me for a second?
Are you have million subscribers on YouTube?
Okay.
Now the car
All right. So here we are. Foggy car. All righty.
Chrysler. Brand deal.
So here we are in our car. I don't even know what the gas level is right now. I knew I had to refill. Put a lot of gas in there, but
Zena's a what, noob?
Yeah, whatever one is it?
oh,
Why
thank
is
you.
it I need?
Yeah, I don't know.
That means new.
Mommy, can I have my charger?
Excuse me just a second, lady.
Noob. Can you shut the door, Daddy?
I'm a noob.
Whoa.
Alright, I got your mask.
So what's his famous?
Hmm?
He's 20 followers.
All right, that's the minivan that we're driving. Not
Oh,
bad.
this guy that has his Instagram.
Yeah, he's so famous.
All right, we'll continue later when we get to Disney. Where we going today?
Animal Kingdom.
All right.
Malls
So, no, we're 22 hours away from Mall of America. All right,
All right,
we'll
we'll see
continue.
ya. Bye. Me?
I want to do the You see the red thing here with it?
Oh, now it's recording?
Yeah, if you see the red thing, it's recording.
Oh.
When I turn it off, you just gotta press it.
Oh, okay. Well, we're coming up to Walt Disney World entrance.
Oh, Seth stayed at the ESPN hotel.
Bruh.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left to stay on West Osceola Parkway.
Oh, did Seth stay here?
Continue on West Osceola Parkway for 2 miles.
Oh, 2 miles.
Oh, why is we
it went.
I swear. Always stops at those.
How do I stop recording now?
Press 1.
Here we are. Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Disney, my butt.
Does it scroll in? Can you?
Nope.
Alright, well, this is gonna take a long time. Are you guys ready? Oh, that was lovely. There's the babies. Zane's finishing up watching his Formula One. What is Zayden doing? Nothing. Are you ready for the day? We got a little taste of Disney yesterday at Disney Springs. That was fun. Alright. Here I am. Looking forward to going to a park we haven't been to yet.
Doesn't seem that busy here.
Yeah, sometimes the lines are long. Alright, we'll see you in. Oh, I wanted to park in Unicum.
So,
Wait, is this just the open
there's
Should you not at the park?
traffic walking into, trying to get into the park. We're quite a ways away from getting to the entrance. See everyone that's behind me here, walking and trying to get to.
Mr. Police. He's a black Mr. Police. Zayden, he's a black Mr. Police.
Okay. We'll continue when we get in there.
You will thank your father.
Literally, we need subscribers on YouTube. Right? Score.
Alright, we entered now. On our way to whatever our first. So, do we need to talk about what theme park we go first? Or?
Oh, which I thought we were going to Everest,
Okay.
and then we were going to go to Pandora later. I don't know. We'll see what the times are when we get in there.
Hey guys.
Hi. Hi.
And then YouTube. Hello. We need to decide where we're going first. That's a huge Christmas tree, a tall one.
And it's an African tree.
So we waiting in line just to take a picture. In that booth over there. I'm gonna have this somebody go at first and then I'll just. There goes the boys. I'm gonna take a picture. Alright, I'm gonna go in there with them. Yeah, I'm joining them. And then Amber taking the pictures of everyone.
5 minutes.
So we finally went in. This kid doesn't want to be on the video, but
Yeah, we can do that.
what's your problem then? Why don't you want to be on the video?
Yeah, we can
You're
do that.
being very cringe.
I'm making memories for you, my friend.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, we finally got in.
Before it gets full.
Where are we going?
It says to go to Avatar first.
Alrighty, so.
And then we'll do a celebration of the Lion King.
Okay.
And then Dinosaur.
I feel like
Alright, we're gonna do Avatar first. And then the rest will follow. Alright, Vic. Good? Excited?
all right, we're gonna miss
Alright.
Let's just follow this.
we're gonna miss on an opportunity.
We'll follow that.
Let's just follow this.
Okay.
Stupid. All right, let's go. Good part.
Alright, so we've started our walk. Walking to Everest. Along the way, we seeing the different. There's some ducks over there.
It's very beautiful. Oh, there's birds up in the tree. Beautiful.
It feels like walking in nature somewhere.
Yeah.
Everything's covered up. Let's go.
Looking forward to having a wonderful day today. No shenanigans from anyone.
Wait, it's not even a day.
It's so pretty. All right, we're going through Discovery Island.
Okay.
Can we go like right?
It's a toucan.
Okay, we'll start off again somewhere. I'm gonna stop
Okay.
recording now.
Bye.
All right, we see some monkeys. What are they doing? Just
Just playing.
bungee jumping or whatever it is. Swinging off the. That's a quick detour. James just swinging on the bar over there.
They're putting their show on.
Oh goodness, look at that. That's why they call 'em monkey bars.
Zayden, that monkey is stronger than you are.
My goodness, it's so cute.
You can't do what the monkey's doing.
I bet you could have.
I'm not gonna drop it.
Let's go. go.
gonna stay out?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Look at
No, I said no.
it.
What's yes about no?
Okay.
Alright, here we go. The boys in
Hold
front
on
of
to
us.
that. To get rough eye.
Oh no. There we go. I better hold on firm to this thing.
Yeah, you better. It's a rough ride, I think.
Oh boy. I want to see how
Here we go!
let's get dropped.
Into the temple!
Oh, I hear the Yeti already.
Ah, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I thought I was going to be able to go.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know.
There we go.
Your hair tie.
I know, there's like a bunch of hair ties. What is up with that?
This is just,
I think
this is
that's
just
a
to
thing.
surprise you and it just drops.
Oh my goodness.
Zayden, you good?
What are you doing?
You and me are in the same boat. We didn't know we were doing a roller coaster ride this morning.
How long do we have to wait? The Yeti tore up the track.
How are you doing? Was it scary?
That backwards part is so fun.
I wasn't ready for this morning. Anyways.
That was
Alright.
fun.
No,
But when
fun,
we
that's
done,
alright. How was it? Huh?
That was fun.
I want to go again.
No, I'm not going no
You gotta
again.
find something else to do now.
Alrighty. We just got done with our first ride. And on to the next thing. We'll find out what that is. Okay. Alright, we are heading to where? Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, Kilimanjaro Safari.
We are going to do the safari on our way out. This is the Chinese or the Asian displays out it. See the two boys ahead of me. There's myself. Amber here.
Hello. We're gonna go on a safari.
I'm gonna pause here and continue somewhere later.
I'm gonna do slow-mo.
You all are not exhibiting any instinct to see if you guys are Africans. You can't beat the African drum. What are you boys doing?
That's Zayden's beat.
You beating it like there's no African blood in you. Let me film my African brother taking his music right now. Alright, we're waiting in line for the Kilimanjaro, right? How long is it supposed to be? 60 minutes?
Yeah, 65.
Hopefully it goes faster. Or at least the line looks like it's still.
Potato, ham, red chili hot dog. It smells good, but it doesn't smell good.
Yeah, I'm filming Zane dancing.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be. Let's try to go on this ride first. Yeah, after. We'll explore Africa after this.
You got like a jeep, right? It's like a jeep.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it like the Minnie Mouse? The Mickey Mouse, remember?
Oh, at Hollywood Studios? No, it's not a ride. Ready?
You guys ready?
One round. Oh, okay.
Hey, Zadie. Where the hell for that?
Oh, I feel like we're finally here.
We're on a trail. How long did we have to wait for?
It was more than an hour. It was about an hour and 10 minutes.
That's how long we had to wait.
It'll be worth it. We'll get to see fun animals.
No, I know. Zayden. Excited now? That's all right. There we go, boarding our ride for the safari ride.
Oh, sitting down. It feels so good.
Yeah.
All right, friends, those of you on the right-hand side, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are closing.
Better not run my hand into anything. All right.
Asante's on award in Twin Day, everyone. Twin Day means let's go, so Twin Day. Welcome aboard, everyone. My name is Tammy, and I'm going to be your safari guide as we head out into the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, for your safety, as well as the safety of those around you, you are required to maintain your seat throughout our adventure. Above your head there, you will see a spotting guide. Those are the animals we hope to encounter along the way. If you happen to notice something that I don't, feel free to shout it out out. We're going to be together a couple weeks. We might as well be working well together right from the beginning. Anything in particular you're hoping to see? Great, zero expectation. We're off like a bale of turtles right now. Now, the first area we're entering into is the Little Atiri Forest. Inside the Little Atiri, we hope to encounter animals that rely on camouflage. So they'll try to play hide and seek, but I feel pretty confident. Ooh, on our right-hand side, a couple of okapi. These rust-colored animals with striped legs do have relatives on the reserve. Anybody know who they're related to?
Zebra.
They are related to the giraffe. They do have a prehensile tongue like the giraffe that they can wrap around leaves and branches over their heads. They can actually lick their own eyeballs and ears, which is pretty awesome. Now, males also have ossicones on top of their head, just like the giraffe, but the striped legs that make them look like zebras are part of their defense. If you look down at the ground, you'll notice similar striping where the sunlight comes through the tree branches. So when predators see those legs, they think they're seeing sunlight, obviously not very filling, so they'll go the other way. They also have ears that work independent of each other. They're able to hear 360 degrees around themselves, pretty much like most moms in the world. As we come around the corner up above us on the right-hand side, you're seeing a female greater kudu. She stands about 5 feet tall at the shoulders. If there were a male in the mix, he would have horns that are 6 feet in length. On our left-hand side, you can see a black rhino up against the back ledge. Looks kind of like a big rock. Now, black rhinos are the smaller of the rhino species on the reserve. These little guys weigh in at just 3,000 pounds. Well, here's another one on our left-hand side. Now, they have very narrow, prehensiled upper lips that they use kind of like we use our fingers to pick up even the smallest blades of grass. And you know, black rhinos were into social distancing before that became trendy. They actually prefer to be alone except during mating season. Then if they have little ones, they'll preserve and protect them as well. More greater kudu up here on the right-hand side. You'll notice that they have some striping that comes down the side of their bodies. That helps them to blend into the grasses and bamboos of the forest. See some bongos trying to get in the cave area down below here. These rust-colored animals are considered the ghosts of the forest because they're rarely seen out and about. Both male and female bongos have those horns. They use those to rush through the thick underbrush to get away from predators. We're going to go ahead and leave the forest and head over to the Safi River area. Inside the Safi, we hope to encounter animals that rely on the waterway for their survival. So, of course, for them, camouflage is no big deal. After all, when you live in a see-through substance, there's not a lot you can hide anyway. I do see some bubbling up ahead. That's usually a good indicator there may be Nile hippopotamus in the water. Now, Nile hippos can stay fully submerged up to 8 minutes at a time. Anybody know what a group of hippos are called? They are a bloat of hippos. Now, I suspect that's because they eat between 80 and 90 pounds of grass a day. That would bloat me out for sure. But here's a bloat on our left-hand side. They will spend the majority of their day inside the water. That's because they're highly susceptible to sunburn. So if they come out for any length of time, they'll actually secrete an ooze that acts as a sunscreen. Here on the island on our left are some pink-backed pelicans. Kind of a funny-seeming name. They're obviously gray and white in color. But the reason for that name is because they're just like us. When they fall in love, they get twitter-pated. They will blush up and turn pink right underneath their wings. Once the romance kicks in, they're colonial nesters. So you'll see between 20 and 500 pair nesting side by side. And their eggs will take about 30 days to hatch out. Ooh, a baby hippo on our left-hand side. This is baby Greta. She's about 4 months old. Mama's in the water right there. At birth, she weighed 85 pounds. Now she weighs closer to 200 pounds. Ooh, Nile crocodile on our left. Now, when they're out on land like that, they're called a basque of crocodile. When they're in the water, they're called a float of crocodile. Notice how several have their mouths open? That is for body temperature regulation. With the mouth open like that, the wind will blow into the body cavity, cooling it from the inside out. Now, their jaws are so powerful that every square inch will produce 2,200 pounds of force. And with that, they're able to consume half their body weight in a single feeding. So it's not uncommon for them to eat an entire zebra or wildebeest at one time. Now, on average, their length is somewhere between 16 and 20 feet, and they're capable of jumping as high as they are long. So a 20-foot crocodile can easily jump 20 feet straight out of the water, and they can run 12 miles per hour. Up here on the right-hand side, you're seeing my favorite type of tree. It's called a baobab. It looks kind of like somebody picked it up and put it in upside down. But up on top there, what look like roots are actually branches that produce leaves and fruit about 3 months out of the year. The base is really more like a barrel or well, storing great amounts of water. In fact, some of the larger ones have been known to hold as many as 4,000 gallons of water. So in times of drought, elephants know they can get their water there, and they'll work together as families to try and knock those trees down to get what they need to survive. Any fans of the Lion King on board? All right. Well, about 29 years ago, Disney sent out a team of animators to a savannah very similar to the one that we're about to enter onto. They were told to take in all of the sights, sounds, and smells that they possibly could and weave those into a story that would inspire generations to come. So as we enter onto the savannah, I encourage you to do the same thing. Let's try to take it all in. Let's see if we can be greater at the end than we are as we begin. I do see some Maasai giraffe just up ahead. Now you can tell they're Maasai by their markings, so as we get closer you'll notice how jagged those spots are. The reticulated variety are the type that have the more rounded markings. The one closest to us that's starting to walk right there, that's baby Humphrey. He is the youngest member of the giraffe tower here on the reserve. He's about 8 to 9 months in age. The one that was fairly close to him is actually his older sister, and she's about 15 months. Now, they share a common father with 8 others, so there are 10 of them born within the last 38 months to the same father, George. He is a true goodwill ambassador of the Maasai.
I bet he is.
Anyone know how long a giraffe sleeps? Only 30 minutes in a 24-hour period. The rest of the time is spent eating and digesting food. They actually have 4 stomachs, and they use their extra long tongues to bring that food in. Their tongues on average are 18 inches in length, so if you measure from the tip of your middle finger down to your elbow, that's the approximate length of a giraffe tongue. Hartman's Mountain zebra, you can see several of them actually above us there. You can tell they're Hartman's Mountain by their thick striping on their hindquarters. Anybody know what a group of zebra are called? They're a dazzle of zebra. A dazzle normally contains a stallion, 2 or 3 mares, and their colts. Now, the shaggy gray animals you're seeing here on the right are called wildebeest. There are 2 varieties of wildebeest here on the reserve, white-bearded and brindle-bearded. Anyone know what a group of wildebeest are called? They're a confusion of wildebeest. A confusion normally has between 500 and 1,000 members. Over here on the left-hand side, kind of to the right of the cave there, you can see some African wild dogs. They're known as painted dogs because of their unique coloration. Now, they may look like our domestic dogs, but they can run 35 miles per hour for up to 2 hours at a time. No other animal on the savannah can do that. So once they decide what they want for dinner, they'll chase that animal until it collapses from exhaustion. And they do have an 80 to 90% success rate compared to lions, which have a 20 to 25%. There for a second, yeah, we're going to have a giraffe jam right here. Now, as we come around the corner on the left-hand side, you can see some sable antelope. They're considered the largest, the most aggressive of the antelope species. They'll actually use their horns to defend themselves, even against lions. Now, notice the tail hair on this giraffe. That tail hair is 10 times thicker than the hair on our heads. That helps them bat away insects. Now, you probably noticed the termite mounds in the area. They're made out of mud, spit, and dung. Of course, plentiful resources around here. The one on our left is about 20 feet in height, but they can actually reach heights in excess of 30 feet. But around here, that's pretty rare. The elephants like to use them as back scratchers, so they'll turn them into termite condos like you're seeing here on the left. Now, the Ankole cattle that you're seeing across from us on the right are one of the few domesticated types of animals we'll encounter along the way. They were domesticated by the Watusi people of Africa as a means of showing wealth. So the more of those they have, the wealthier they are considered. Although those horns look heavy, they only weigh about 20 pounds per set. But no big deal when you weigh 14 to 1,600 pounds. And those horns are actually their air conditioners inside. They're like honeycombs. The blood will flow up to the tip, releasing hot air, and then flow back down, cooling them off a little bit at a time. Well, it looks like we'll have another giraffic jam ahead. They do get the right-of-way, of course. Now, notice the ossicones on their head. And baby Humphrey, his are made out of cartilage, making delivery a little bit easier on his mother. But as they age, that cartilage turns to bone and then fuses into the skull. Males then, as they age, use those to their advantage. When it's breeding and territorial right time, they will fight in a process called necking, where they will pound their ossicones into the necks of the opponents. Now, just up ahead of us, you'll notice to the right, in the grass area there's kind of a walking s'more, kind of a graham cracker brown with a stripe of chocolate and marshmallow. That's a springbok. Now, springbok are the smallest of the antelope species, standing just 3 feet tall at the shoulders. But they can still jump 6 feet straight up into the air and 13 feet straight forward. See if we can make this corner here. Pretty good view. There's that springbok. Now, springbok are actually one of the fastest animals on the savanna. They have been clocked at speeds between 50 and 60 miles per hour, but they don't run like other animals. They actually do a thing called pronking, where they will spring forward with all 4 feet off the ground at the same time. Well, we're getting fairly close to African elephant territory. You can tell by all the displaced trees. African elephants are kind of the groundskeepers of the savanna. When a tree dies, they'll move it out of the way. That will allow new grasses and bushes to form, and then ultimately new trees. African elephants are easy to recognize by their ears. Their ears are shaped like the continent of Africa. When they flap their ears, they're able to lower their body temperature by as many as 15 degrees. Now, adult African elephants will weigh between 8,000 and 12,000 pounds, and they'll eat between 200 and 400 pounds of food a day. And in case you're wondering, they produce about 100 pounds of waste a day as well. Mandrill monkeys on the left-hand side. In fact, a couple of babies were playing back there. One of them's about 11 months, the other's about 6 months. Now, these mandrills are unique. They have a pouch in their jaw that will hold as much food as their stomachs. So when they find food, oftentimes they'll fill the pouch first. That way, if a predator comes along, they'll have a sack lunch for later on. Now, I do know of a shortcut up ahead. We'll take it to get closer to the elephants. Oh, no, it looks like the warden has cut us off at the pass. Actually, it looks like the pass cut us off at the pass. There's still a pretty good view of that elephant there. Well, we are going to have to take the road less traveled, it looks like, but I think that's going to make all the difference in the end. Up ahead, we'll cross a bridge that's pretty sketchy, but I've been told as long as it's not making any strange sounds, we should be just fine. But as you can tell, this truck's pretty sketchy all by itself, so if you hear something, say something. We're in this together after all. Oh, look, it's been reinforced with rusty cable. Looks like only one plank is missing, though, so I feel pretty good about it. You know, I'd say the odds are ever in our favor. I made it. Oh, so did everybody else. Life is good. No paperwork for me. And that means we get to go just around the river bend beyond the shores. And if you look once more, you might even get to see some elephant footprints and tusk marks on each side of the road, but especially on the right-hand side. Look at all those tusk marks. Elephants will come out and they'll eat big balls of mud to get the minerals their bodies need, kind of like when we take our gummy vitamins first thing in the morning. I do see elephants up ahead. We'll catch up with them. Now, you might be interested to note that as large as elephants are, they do have one major league fear, and that is of bees. They're absolutely terrified of bees. But that fear of bees is what's keeping them alive on the savannas. In recent years, many of their homelands have been overtaken by commercial farmers who are trying to meet the needs of the people of Africa. Obviously, that's important, but the challenge is they've overtaken lands that the elephants have been migrating over for hundreds of generations and thousands of years. So now when the elephants come in to find food, they're actually being killed by those farmers. So scientists began placing beehives around the farmlands. So as the elephants approach, they knock over those hives, releasing bees into the air. Well, once the bees start buzzing, elephants start running and screaming in horror in the opposite direction. So it saves crops, saves elephants, and the farmers are able to harvest their honey. They have the added challenge of their ivory tusks, so scientists have stepped in and started painting those tusks bright pink with industrial fingernail polish. That allows the wardens to see them from a greater distance so they can preserve and protect them. But it also stops the poachers. Once they've been painted pink, they're no longer carvable, so no longer of any value on the black market. Speaking of pink, these are the greater flamingo on our left-hand side. They stand about 5 feet tall and get their coloration from the carotene in the shrimp that they eat. You'll notice there toward the back several that are more gray and white in color. Those are fairly newly hatched flamingos. It will take them between 18 and 36 months of eating shrimp before they'll turn pink like the adults. Anyone recognize the island there on the left? That is the largest hidden Mickean animal kingdom. The ears are on the far side. Anyone know what a group of flamingos is called? They're a flamboyance of flamingos. Up ahead on the left, you're going to see some elephant tusks and rhino horns. They were left behind by the warden as a reminder to us of the significant role that we as humans play in the endangerment of these animals. In fact, we're their greatest predators. Rhinos are hunted because people around the world believe that by eating rhino horns, they'll get special powers. The reality is those horns are made of keratin, the same thing as our fingernails and hair follicles, so nothing magical. Luckily for them, that pink nail polish works as well on rhino horns as it does on elephant tusks. Notice the mud bog there on the left. It's a favorite place of the white rhinos. They love to roll around in there to cool off, but it also acts as a natural bug repellent and sunscreen. So if you find yourself in need of those items, a good roll in the mud will work as well for you as it does for them. But I would recommend you get your own bog. I've seen some things in this one. Ooh, we're in luck. White rhinos above us here on the right-hand side. Now, white rhinos are the larger of the rhino species here on the reserve. They weigh in at 5,000 pounds apiece. And they are much more social as well. Anybody know what a group of white rhinos is called? They are a crash. Somebody's overachieving back there. Oh, anybody spot anything? Cheetah on the left-hand side. Now, cheetahs are diurnal. That means they're most active during the daytime. They're also the largest cats known to purr, so if you get close enough, maybe you'll hear that. Oh, there's a baby white rhino nursing right there. That is baby Ranger. He's about 14 months in age. At birth, he weighed 150 pounds. He now weighs closer to 1,200. Now back to our cheetah friends. They've been clocked at speeds in excess of 74 miles per hour, but they can go from 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds, and that should concern you because there's one across the way from us, and this truck maxes out at 8 miles per hour. But lucky for us, there is someone on our tail, and I can outmaneuver anybody, so we'll be all right. Up ahead on the left-hand side, you'll see a kopje or rock formation similar to Pride Rock from the Lion King. If we're going to encounter lions, this is likely to be where it will happen. But you do need to know that lions are nocturnal, and I mean extremely nocturnal. They'll sleep between 16 and 20 hours a day. And just like us, they prefer to sleep where it's cool and dark. Of course, if we do encounter any at this time of day, their vision is the same as ours, but at night their vision will improve to 6 times what ours is. Oh, you're in luck. There is a lion right there. Now that is no ordinary lion, that is an extraordinary one. See if anybody recognizes him. Oh, he just turned on us. Well, that was Simba from the new live-action version of The Lion King. Warthogs up ahead. You can see them down here on the left-hand side. Warthogs get their names from the large warts that the males have on top of their heads. Females don't have those, but both male and female warthogs do have 2 sets of tusks. The upper set are used for defense. The lower set are used for digging up burrows and digging up food. Just up ahead on the right, I can see an ostrich down there by the warden's truck. Ostrich are the fastest and largest land birds, clocked at 42 miles per hour. This is an ostrich nest on our right-hand side. Now, ostrich are unique. They're group nesters. What that means is that the most dominant female in the area will set up the nest and lay her eggs. Once she's done that, she'll step away, allowing all the other females in the area to come in and lay their eggs on top of and around her eggs. And that can be as many as 50 eggs in one nest, all fertilized by the same dominant male. And that dominant pair will sit on top of that nest for 45 days until they hatch out. And at that time, they will be the size of full-grown chickens, and they'll be raised communally by all the by. That would be far too sad and far too permanent. So instead, I'm going to say Kwaherini, which means go well, go wild, and go make a difference in the world. My name is Tammy, and it truly has been a pleasure having you along. If you're a wilderness explorer, you're riding on Simba 1. SIMBA 1 will help you with your merit badge. And if you've not yet made it to Gorilla Falls, make sure you put it on your list. There is a baby gorilla up there, as well as some meerkats and some naked mole rats. And who doesn't love naked mole rats? They're really underappreciated. They're one of the longest living rodents. They can live to be 30 years. I'm sure it's because they're comfortable in their own skin. Make sure you double check your rows, friends. You don't want to leave anything behind. All right, friends, those of you on the right-hand side, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are opening. Asante Sana, everyone. Thanks for coming. Have a great rest of your day.
Do I see you?
Slower than the standby.
It shows the time. It's showing the time, not the. Oh my God.
Okay, here is where the team is.
It's showing the actual time of day. It's 10.
You got a line of about 55 minutes to go wait for. What are you looking for too there? Look at that big giant thing. That's more like it.
Where's the lightning rod? Alright guys, go ahead, pull the yellow strap on the left side of your seatbelt. Thank you, pull on the yellow strap.
Alright, here we go. I'm traveling on the dinosaur ride.
Looks like Fish Mountain.
Here's the party. Woo! Excitement. Woo!
Time travel commencing in T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll!
Okay, we can't see anything.
Okay, now let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor...
Well, this is, what ride is this one?
The Navi River ride.
The what river?
Navi.
The Navi River ride that we can't see nothing. Anyways, I'm gonna stop.
We'll do that.
We are in the Pandora station. On our way to the Avatar ride. Surveying some of the things that it got.
It's a projection. It's not like
It's a projection?
no, there's nothing in there.
Yes, there is.
Look at the toe. It doesn't come out the water. It goes out. It doesn't go out of the water.
That's true because it doesn't say so. So it doesn't see the projection is not there.
Please fill the room on both sides of the railing and stand on the number you were given.
Prepare systems for the next group. All systems engaged.
The doors are. The doors are just gone.
We have new drivers heading into the GMR.
Check. See them now. We have new flyers loading in.
Linking calibration status?
Optimal. Machine levels look good.
Please enter all the way into the room and stand on the number you were given.
Okay, all ready. Stand by.
Standing by.
Okay, all systems ready. Stand by.
Standing by.
Okay, sealed genetic matching room.
Hi, and welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have the chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, riding on the back of a Banshee by being genetically matched and linked to an avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Na'vi. Just like on Earth, it can take decades for ecosystems to recover. One way to understand what's going on with an ecosystem is to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The banshee is one of these important animals. Okay, to get you flying on a banshee, we need to find each of you an avatar. Let's prep the genetic sampling.
I'm on it.
Okay, first we need to find the compatible match of your genetic material with the genetic material of one of the avatar bodies that we already have. Once we do that, you'll be able to link to that avatar and fly. Help us out and move around a bit. Almost. Yes, got it. Now, let's find you your avatar matches. Alright, you've all been matched with avatars. Looks like they're ready for you in the next room. When the door opens, please go inside, all the way in, and stand over the same number that you're standing over now. And I'll see you in there.
What was that again? 12 or something? Yep.
Great, you've all made it. It's important that you can all see me, so move a little if you can't. Before we send you into the link chamber, let's watch this piece by Dr. Ogden, who runs the program.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative. You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Na'vi, flying on the back of an Ikran, or as we call it, a banshee. To the Na'vi, connecting to an Ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Ikni Maya. With permission from the Na'vi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you. The way you'll be able to fly is by linking to an avatar that's already on the back of an Ikran. Let's see how this works.
We establish a link using powerful psionic amplification equipment. A human driver is connected to an avatar, which could be physically hundreds of kilometers away. When you follow our technician into the link chamber, you'll see a series of 16 link chairs. Please go to the number that matches the number you're standing on now. First, stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. This should include all bags, cameras, and other items, including cell phones. It's important to push them all the way into the bin. Then get onto the chair as you would a bike. Straddle the seat, step forward, and sit down. Slide your hips forward until you are against the chest pad, and then move your feet all the way forward. Wait until you're seated before you put on your flight visors. Hold on to the hand grips as shown. It's important to hold on to the hand grips at all times. After you're seated, back and leg restraints will be firmly engaged. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, always remain seated and supervise your children.
Once the link takes place, you'll be connected to your avatar and sitting on the back of an Ikran. It'll feel like you're really there. Moments later, you'll begin your flight. A Na'vi guide will lead you out. You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora, but you might also face some of its greatest challenges. Some of this flight might be intense, but trust your guide and be brave. As the Na'vi say during this important rite of passage, Sivak Ho, rise to the challenge. Good luck.
We're ready.
All right, you ready?
Yes, we
Let's
are.
get you into the link chamber.
Yeah, after like
We went inside the ride and it was like,
Wait, so yeah, how
it was so cool.
What does it look like inside?
it's like a bunch of
Machine.
beams, it's like a warehouse kind of inside.
Really?
With like a bunch of structural beams, and then it's really tall and big.
Did you have to go but down a whole bunch of stairs?
Yeah.
If I ask you to go do the ride again, are you going to do it?
I'll do it.
All right, this ends our time here at Animal Kingdom. I think it was fun.
Yeah.
Zane decided to go do one last round, and apparently the twin got stuck in the middle of what we call it, the mountain. And then they had to evacuate you guys, right?
I'm glad I kept my card on me.
All
After
right.
a while.
So what they give you for compensation?
A fast pass for tomorrow.
Well, we're not coming back tomorrow.
We'll give it to somebody.
We should. Oh yeah, I guess. No, cause it's mine, isn't it?
Oh, does it go on?
That's a GoPro?
All righty.
You spent that much money on a GoPro?
It is a wrap. Our day here has come to a successful end. It was a good day. It was worth the experience with everyone, right? What's your last word? Go in front of me and tell me your experience. You can take the mask off now.
Good.
How was your day? Go over there so I can have you in there.
What a horrible.
If you were to sum up your day, what would you say, Zayden?
It was good. Lines were horrible. I think they should add more rides. That is horrible.
Can I say something?
Okay, now Zane, you go in there.
Today,
Tell us your experience.
My
Go.
dad learned that Pete Davidson is dating Kim Kardashian. Also, it was a good day. Thank you for letting me come.
Was it a good experience? All right, now you go in there.
Alright, I had fun.
Bruh.
I'm tired, which means I had a lot of fun. And my favorite ride was Avatar, and it took a long time to get into it, but I think it was worth it.
All right.
Okay, your turn now.
Overall,
No, I need to film you.
that was a good day.
Let go.
Good experience.
Now we're going
We
back
got
tomorrow.
here like around 9 a.m.
9:30.
and it's now 8:24 p.m.
A good 12 hours, right?
We're on our way
That flew
back.
by so quickly, honestly.
First to the hotel and tomorrow morning, right back into the snow.
Abu Dhabi.
That's a wrap here there.
Go Lewis.
Alrighty. Cheers.
Go Lewis.